Alright, good morning, y'all. It's June 16. It's day 75. It's 5:33. It's 33.1 degrees. I'm waking up at 11,300 feet above the oceans. Just about 6.5 miles from Breckenridge. Let's go. Alright folks, 6:51, 37.4 degrees. You can see Midnight's tent back there behind me. Just breaking out of camp. We had discussed last night having a bit of a lazy morning since we don't have many miles to do today. And since we're going to be hoping to meet up with her friend and we don't really want to bother her friend at like 6 in the morning or whatever, so I took lazy morning to mean wake up at 5:30 and be moving, but Midnight's kind of still in her sleeping bag, so that's just fine. Try and cross this. Success. Yeah, not a whole ton to report. I mean, went to sleep early. You know, I was falling asleep before, like 8:30 or so. So even the light was still, the sun was still up and everything. And then, as I said, slept an extra half hour or so today. So that was real nice. And slept pretty good. We were both a little concerned that it was going to get even colder than it wound up getting. Just because of kind of like just the sort of topography of the immediate area. But, it got down to freezing. Definitely my shoes were frozen, but not like rock hard this morning. So we definitely hit freezing, but definitely not very much below freezing, and definitely not freezing for super long. And then, as I said, right now it's 37 or whatever, so not unpleasant. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, if you watched yesterday's video, I really don't have a whole lot more to say. Today is about a little over 6.5 miles to get down to the highway, which I keep referring to as the highway, but let me get you the exact name of it. Basically, Midnight's friend lives on this / the trail south side of that highway. But so that once we get back on trail, we don't have to be dropped off back at her friend's house just to say hello, goodbye. We're planning on hiking beyond her friend's house initially to Highway 9, and then just kind of like touch the highway, turn around, and then find our way back to her friend's house. And that way, when we are dropped off back to resume north from Highway 9, we can just get dropped off right there at the trailhead of Highway 9 and just kind of keep going. Kind of more natural line that way. Little strange, whatever. This is what happens when you have like two pretty purist hikers hiking with one another. Anyways, yeah, as I said, not a whole ton more to report today from last night. Did see one kind of late hiker kind of pass through where Midnight and I were camping, but he just kind of passed on through and probably assumed that we were kind of holed up for the night, as we were. And that was that. So not sure who he was. Looked like a younger guy. Seemed friendly, but who knows? I didn't talk to him. Probably run into him again at some point. There's just about 2,000 miles left or so. So, Anyways, that's really all I got. I'm gonna start the 6.5 mile descent down to Highway 9, and I'll definitely check in with you guys once we get down there. in. All right, y'all. 9:27, 74.7 degrees, 7:47. Just making it down to Highway 9. Definitely a pretty slow hike, but you know what? I'm just not in any hurry, so slow hike is just fine. Let's go just take a look at this trailhead, and then I'm gonna hang out this little park sign over here, and then I'm just gonna hang tight for midnight, who shouldn't be too far behind me at all. Trailhead, White River. Cool. All right, well, as I think I already explained, I'm gonna hang tight for midnight for now, and then we're gonna potentially take a bus, I guess, to Frisco, maybe get a coffee or something like that, maybe just hike straight over to our friend's house, Daryl, who lives a little bit nearer to Frisco than right here, but either way, we'll figure that out, and may or may not check back in, don't really know. Talk to you later. Alright guys, 10 till 1 in the afternoon and 81 degrees, and I'm kind of feeling like Groundhog's Day because we're yet again coming up on the Highway 9, coming northbound on the CDT. Midnight and I popped over to meet her friend Daryl. Very, very cool dude, very sweet dude, very COVID positive dude, unfortunately. I guess he took a couple of rapid tests before we met up with him, and confirmed that he is indeed COVID positive, so neither Midnight nor myself were particularly thrilled about the prospect of overnighting in a COVID positive household, unfortunately, which is a shame because he's a super cool dude. But we did kind of find a middle ground. We hung out in his back patio, like a good 12 feet of social distance and nice open air, fresh air. Kind of shared a beverage, and now it looks like we're gonna march on probably another 13 miles or so to get to, what was it, East Fork Eagle River or something?
East Fork Swan River, I think.
Swan River, I don't know. Yeah, some kind of big bird river, for sure. East Fork Swan River. So we got a bit of climbing to go, and as I say, 13-14 miles or so to get to East Fork Swan River. And yeah, so it's gonna be 13 to 14 miles starting at 1 o'clock. We'll see what time we get in, but looks like the climb isn't too terribly aggressive. It's a climb for sure, but not terribly aggressive, hopefully. So let's knock on wood. Yep, and we shall keep on hiking. All right, good afternoon or evening or whatever, folks. It is 5:08 and 78.2 degrees, still pretty warm. I think I'm just about 0.1 miles or so from that east fork of Swan River, I think is what it's called. And this is gonna be home for the night once we get in. Midnight's back behind me someplace. I've been hiking exceptionally fast on the second half of the day. To be perfectly honest, I was kind of geared up for a short day today, and Midnight proposed going an extra 13. I mean, you can't really be on a through hike and complain about doing miles, so that's kind of where I came down on that. But I don't know, personally I put a lot of psychological energy into managing my own personal expectations for days or whatever, and really that's something I think I just got to kind of work on, because I mean, she's absolutely right that we should be doing more miles if that's what makes sense, and certainly today that's what made sense. So but yeah, so that's kind of a psychological thing I got to work on, is being a little more flexible, especially when when my hiking partner, whom I enjoy immensely, has a good idea. So whatever, is what it is. But I was kind of rage hiking all afternoon, which I suppose serves the purpose of getting me to camp early. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and find a place to pitch up. I'm gonna have some early dinner. I'm gonna start processing some video. I'm not sure if I'm going the right way. And then I think Tiffany, aka Cowgirl, is gonna be picking us up in the morning. And I suppose, oh, it's North Fork Swan. What the place is? I think it's North Fork Swan River. Excuse me. Yeah, North Fork Swan River. Oh, tongue twister. Yeah. So that's that. Tiffany should be picking us up in the morning. Cowgirl should be picking us up in the morning. She's gonna be driving down from Denver to pick us up. Not sure how much filming I'm gonna be doing these next few days, because well, today is Thursday, and I think we're gonna get back on trail on Tuesday. So we're gonna take 4 days off, which is all the more reason why it's probably appropriate to hike a little further today. But in the interim, basically Tiffany's gonna come pick us up. I'll spoil all the surprises now. Tiffany's gonna come pick us up tomorrow morning. We're gonna swing by Dillon, where our friend Martin is holed up. We're gonna scoop up Mr. Martin. I expect, or at least I understand that the plan is that Martin's gonna have some breakfast and coffee for us, so that'll be pretty nice. We're gonna scoop up Martin and head back up to the Denver area, and then on Saturday, I think Saturday night, we're gonna go to a Rockies game. If you know anything about me, you know I like baseball. You know I like baseball quite a bit. Like my little Swiss Army knife that I use, got the little baseball graphic on there. Love it. Now, granted, it's not the Washington Nationals, but baseball's baseball. Might be going to the game on Sunday too. We have to see. But yeah, definitely Saturday night. We're going to be going to a baseball game. Martin's first ever baseball game. Of course, he's from Holland, so that should be very exciting. And just kind of an exciting opportunity to go see Denver a little bit. I mean, I've been there before, but it's a good town. Lots of good people. I got a good friend Heather up there as well, who I'd like to try and link up with. But we'll kind of see how it all shakes out. I expect I'll have some kind of video. I'm not really sure what. We'll kind of see what form it takes. But either way, I think I'll be back on trail Tuesday at some point from something that looks very much exactly like this. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you guys at some point. Yeah. Oh, hey, again. So someone commented like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something. I don't know. Time is kind of strange, especially with these being on a 2-week delay. Someone commented asking when I would be at a certain highway crossing, one of two certain highway crossings. Can't recall which right now. It's always worth keeping in mind that these videos are posted 2 weeks behind. So every morning when I wake up, I give the day number the number of the day since I started the trail, and then I also give the date. So if you are trying to, whatever, link up or say hello or whatever, meet up on trail or whatever, just keep in mind, I'm 2 weeks ahead of wherever this video is. So, you know, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or whatever, or drop a comment. And I think you all know by now that I like to try and respond to every single comment. But anyways, yeah, just something to bear in mind moving forward is that these videos are on a 2-week delay. So if you are kind of curious about where I am, these videos are a poor barometer of that. So anyways, I do definitely appreciate you checking in, and I will talk to you at some point.